All right, guys, how's it going? Now, a few things before I get into this video. One, my eyes are really sore. They're stinging, so I'm sorry if I look like a heroin addict and if I'm rubbing them constantly. Two, there'll be a live stream at 1 p.m. UK today for an hour. There will not be one this evening. And three, I have just recorded and published my morning briefing, which is on my other YouTube channel, Duncan Oldham. The link is in the video description, and it should pop up on the end of the screen as well. At the end, the channel logo, if you like. So, the mail stand. This is where I receive emails from people and I read them to you, basically. These emails could be from people that I do not know, I know a little bit, or I know personally, or they've been on Cop Talk for decades, right? So this particular author of this email is someone that's a part of the Cop Talk community. They support me. They come to the live streams and participate. No reason to mislead you or anything, but I don't know them personally in real life. I've never met them. So the idea is to read you what people claim and for you to decide whether you believe it or not, right? If I'm reading an email to you, it doesn't mean that I believe it or disbelieve it either way, right? It's purely for you to see the kind of stuff that I receive. Okay, now, you might see me pause or struggle when I read emails because sometimes an email might not make sense, but also I don't want to read anything out that maybe I shouldn't, right? So if you see me pausing, hesitating, that's why. Here we go. Hi matey, hope you are well. If you remember, I passed on to you about FSG and Valencia months before anyone else knew about it. That was FSG's interest in Valencia. That is true. Now, the thing about Getafe is genuine. That's FSG been interested in Getafe. You've seen that within the last couple of weeks. However, it is a ploy. They really want Valencia. Right. Okay, I'll keep reading. They are willing to pay 350 million. Now the owner of Valencia is wanting to sell in capital letters. However, he wants nearer to 450. And don't be fooled by him saying he has got a loan agreed, because the hedge fund company and bank he has, in principle only in brackets, are related to FSG. FSG have stated to the bank is simple, this is his words, if they offer a loan in favourable terms to Valencia, they will take every bit of money out of their bank. If they offer a high rate loan and unfavourable terms to Valencia, they will stay, thus forcing their hand in buying the club, either now or in a year or two when it is close to going bust. Also, the hedge fund company is also related, as it is to sub-company owned by one of the board at FSG. In essence, Valencia might get a loan, but they can't afford it, and money from the hedge fund would be a short-term deal before it is called in and Valencia cannot pay it back, leaving FSG to come in and get it on the cheap. FSG are absolute monsters in business. They think so far ahead, but Valencia is the real club they want. Cheers. Now, I don't know if you understood any of that. I gave it to Dave, my assistant, and he's going to tell us what the summary is, okay? Hopefully. What I will say is that Valencia is a local football club to me. I live in the Valencia community, which is the Valencia county, if you like. And from what, the gossip around here or in the media has been that, but this was certainly last season when Valencia was struggling, was that the owner, Peter Lim, I think his name is, you know what my memory's like, tried to buy Liverpool once out. Has always denied it's for sale, but the suggestions that he wanted to sell. And that FSG was circling like vultures when they were at the bottom of the league. But they recovered during the season and all that talk went quiet. FSG are now linked with Getafe, but the Getafe president, according to the sources here, media sources here, said that he doesn't want to sell for 2 years. So the FSG link's a bit strange. And he's also said that he will not sell to an investment fund, right? Now, what did this email mean, right? So Dave says to me, and this is his words, the sender is claiming insider knowledge about FSG wanting to buy Valencia, and they say they passed this info on to you months ago before anyone else knew. They did. They say that FSG's supposed interest in Getafe is just a smokescreen. The real target is Valencia. FSG is apparently willing to pay 350 million euros for Valencia, but the current owner of Valencia wants closer to 450 million euros. The Valencia owner is pretending he secured a loan to keep the club, but according to this source, that loan from a hedge fund and bank is only agreed in principle. Those financial institutions are supposedly linked to FSG. The claim is FSG has told the bank, if you give Valencia a cheap loan, we'll pull all our money from your bank. But if they give Valencia a bad loan, high interest, bad terms, FSG will keep banking with them. This would trap Valencia into either taking a bad loan and struggling, or failing financially and being forced to sell to FSG either now or later when they're broke. The hedge fund is also supposedly connected to someone on the FSG board, but the sender doesn't know who. The end game, Valencia takes the bad money, struggles to repay, and FSG swoops in cheap. Tone, conclusion, the sender is basically painting FSG as cunning businessmen scheming behind the scenes to get Valencia at a knockdown price through clever financial manipulation. Is it believable? Hard to say. It's full of unnamed sources, vague connections. So take it with a pinch of salt. But it's interesting if you're into behind the scenes power plays. And that is it. That's all I've got. So remember, I don't have an opinion on it, to be honest with you. Or I'm just passing on to you what someone's shared with me. Okay? And some of you will be interested in the multi-club thing. And I don't know. I don't know anything about this kind of stuff, to be honest with you, other than I do know that FSG will link with Valencia. The owner of Valencia denies the club's for sale. The media feel it is. Liverpool linked to a Getafe. The Getafe president says he doesn't want to sell for 2 years and he will not sell to an investment fund. That is it. The email is just for you to go, all right, in case you hear something down the line. All right, guys, I'll leave it with you. If you found the video slightly interesting, please thumbs up. If you've got an opinion, leave an opinion. And if you want to buy me a beer or a coffee, you can hit the super thanks button. That's supporting my channel. And I always give a shout out to the people that do the following day in my morning briefing, which is on my other channel. The link is in the video description and it should be on the screen somewhere around now. My pretty face. All right, guys. Cheers.